Not with us. Maybe more to them. You know, they would have to watch themselves. Again, you know, you don't take one of those guys and try to bait them or anything like that. That's not what we do. You know, we'll be wasting our time if we did that.
Lamar, you know what hasn't been a story? Doing a story on Rudy in the locker room. Have you ever seen the guy smile?
Always.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot.
He's a different guy in there?
Yeah. Rudy's been doing this job for 25 years. So some of this probably gets old to him.
Yeah. Is he forgetful at times, or is he right on the money with all your special needs? Rudy
does his job great. Love having him around. Great person.
Who's got the most requests of all players? I know some players want more sneakers, more this, more that.
I think we're all spoiled a little bit. You know, everybody kind of like this stuff new and fresh, feeling good. You like to wear new underwear, right?
Sure.
Right? Like, you know, your spandex new and your T-shirts and your socks new.
That's Rudy, huh?
Yeah.
What's your overall feel on how these first 4 games have gone? In general, it's been
it's a great series. It's fun. It's competitive. It's tough. It's hard. It's the way it's supposed to be in the finals.
Lamar, what do you think about what Andrew has gone through just to get back on the court in these playoffs?
He's brave. You know, he's tough. You know, committed. You know, he's a strong young dude. You know, mentally and physically, because he's in a lot of pain. And, you know, he's persevering through it. Trying to just give us whatever he's got.
You ever had a knee drained?
No, I've been one of the fortunate basketball players and never had a problem with my knees or anything like that. So I wouldn't even be able to tell you, you know, on how it is to play with that. It's funny because, you know, injuries make you a little bit more tired. You know, they take the wind out of you.
You've been asked twice about baiting people with texts or whatever, but actually in the fourth quarter when Nate got face to chest with you kind of walked away and showed like where you just stood, or you like what was it like to kind of show that kind of restraint or whatever?
I mean, you know what I mean? That's, you know, kind of a mismatch anyway. You know?
It was a way.
And then it's not the time or the place. You know, a lot of, you know, sometimes guys compete. You know, and they get in each other's face. But how far is it going to go in front of 20 million people? How many people watching?
Sure.
How many people in the stands, the refs? You don't lose a game. If guys, you know, really wanted to get into it, then they would wait, meeting back.
You mean after the game?
Yeah, you know, or handle it as men, talk to each other face to face, but that's probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in the game, you know, I didn't mean to foul him. That's how he took it. You know what I'm saying? I meant to close out. He was coming off that pick, hurting us. But as far as like getting into it on the court, like my kids watching.
Is that something you learn over the course of however many years in the league? That like it's only.
I think that's kind of a maturity. Like, you know, as far as I've been in the league, you know, a couple of years, and, you know, it's only gonna go so far. And if it go too far, then you get embarrassed. You know, hurt your team, hurt your chance of playing the next game. Family watching, they're like, "Oh, Lamar, what are you doing?" You know, my daughter's 11, my son is 8. They know what's going on. So, yeah, it's just like, well, I mean, we can enjoy, we can get at it, you know, on a basketball level. But further than that, then unless you want to meet me in the, you know, the back of the lot, lock ourselves in the stall or something and handle it. But I don't think that's the case yet.
You know, most
people in the NBA got hate that far.
Most of the players have that attitude. What about those players that don't have that attitude, that don't care?
I don't think it's too many players that don't care. I think it's a lot of time. Nah, it's not. Sheed is a good dude. I think, you know, some of us, you know, wear our emotions on our sleeve. You know, and sometimes, you know, we're doing what we love, doing it, you know, it's intense, and sometimes, you know, you overcommit yourself.
Well, I think you said earlier in the season that sometimes during your pregame routine, like you pray and all that, help, you know, just asking, be able to keep your composure and all that. Does that play into that situation?
Yeah, I always, you know, I go in the back, you know, during the, you know, the anthem, for just trying to take that time to myself, you know, and say my prayers. And one thing I always ask for is composure, you know, to carry myself, you know, a certain way. Just, you know, throughout my career, I understand that, you know, perception is incredible, man. You know, and just always want to be looked at.